auctions have been traditionally known as the perfect place to get rid of that Picasso that's cluttering up your garage. But nowadays, because of the popularity of online auctions like eBay, buyers and sellers are moving everything from comic books to classic cars. But did you ever think of buying or selling your house at auction? Well, it turns out that the hottest trend in real estate today, auctions. And talented auctioneers like our own George Coleus have become the hottest commodity.
What kind of money they have over there? What do they call it? Dollars? What are we dealing with here?
Hong Kong money?
Hong Kong money? Yeah, you got some Hong Kong money? That's what I'm worried about.
Hi, I'm Leanza Cornett.
And I'm George Coleus.
And you are on the block.
Oh, yeah! This morning, we're off to College Hill in Providence, Rhode Island, where a fixer-upper is on the block.
Today on the block, you're about to see a real hair-raiser of an auction. The sellers are nervous, there's a lot of money at stake, and some of the bidders seem to be intent on putting the war back in bidding war.
Time out!
But first, let's meet our sellers, Grace and Carl.
Why are we selling it?
Because it's been a bone of contention since we bought it 5 years ago.
Yeah. You know, I would say, well, hey, why don't we have a drawing room in the basement? And Grace would say, why would we want a drawing room? You know, or Grace would say to me, well, gee, I want something for the piano. And I'd say, you don't need that. You know, and so that's really where the big arguments were.
Yeah, it's probably time to get rid of the house. Yeah,
yeah, it's easier to get rid of the house than the wife. Yeah.
No doubt.
This beautiful old house sits high atop College Hill with breathtaking views of Providence, Rhode Island. Inside, it's bright and sunny and surprisingly spacious. There are hardwood floors, tiled countertops, and an old-fashioned New England charm throughout that reflects the personalities of Grace and Carl. Now, the reserve set on this house is $500,000, which might be a little high considering the obvious need for cosmetic repairs. The reserve price is confidential, set privately between the auctioneer and the sellers. Today, 50% of the monies received over the reserve goes to this week's charity, Habitat for Humanity. Through volunteer labor and donations of money and materials, Habitat has provided homes for more than 1 million people worldwide.
It's immediately one of the most important moments I've probably had in my life. I mean, it just hits you in a very powerful way.
And I had heard about it through President Carter. I'd seen it on TV or something. They said, oh, wow. I said, boy, I'd love to get involved. He says, well, get your tool belt ready because we're doing it out in Hollywood. So here I am, and we're looking forward to getting to work.
Thank you for building my house.
We're just here to facilitate the sale and drive the price as high as we possibly can. Good afternoon, folks. Thank you for coming. Are you here for the auction? Don't tell anybody, though. Here's a card just to start.
Thank
it's
you.
Probably the only thing you'll get for free today.
Oh, well, hey.
And Bond? James Bond?
Yeah. When you see a bid, I want you to yell out, "Oh!" like that. We're gonna have another fantastic sale. Hey, see, I told you. There you go. We got a buyer here, folks. It's all over. Hang on. Sir, hold on, please. You've got to register. Listen, you can't just walk into the house.
George doesn't know it yet, but the guy he's throwing out of the house is the richest guy in Providence.
Hey, where are you going? Hey, wait.
George will be kicking himself in a minute.
You're going to see me in serious ass-kiss mode if he shows back here. I'll tell you that right now.
As George greets the bidders, potential buyers check out the property in more detail. And this gives us a chance to see who's here to browse and who's here to buy.
But look at this beautiful trim in there and all that inlaid work. That's just stunning.
Yes. Best feature is this beautiful baby.
Yes. Oh, that's what you think? You like that?
I love it.
Remember, today's reserve is set at $500,000, but that's just between George, the sellers, and us. Let's find out what the bidders think it's worth.
But this, East Side is a very hot commodity right now.
I think it's going to be somewhere in the 4 to 5. It's $1 million house.
There's a lot down the street that's for sale for $500,000, just raw land.
If you fix it well, have good people working for you, it's $1 million house. If it went just below the 4, it would be a great deal.
Are you going to be the high bidder today?
Yeah, maybe the lower one.
I'm hoping my dad will bid on it.
Good luck. No pressure.
No pressure at all. Just buy it, Dad.
Are you going to bid on this one today?
Yeah, if I have a few more drinks, I'll bid it.
Okay.
I got 5 more drinks of champagne.
Okay, good luck to you.
I've been watching this house for years, just riding by on my bike or whatever. And I always thought it could be a beautiful house if it were fixed up.
Right.
But it needs quite a bit of work.
Mm-hmm. And are you handy like that?
I'm not handy, but I know how to write a check.
I like that. Are you married?
No.
The bidding is about to begin. Everyone here had to arrive with a $25,000 check. That would, of course, be the down payment if that person, of course, becomes the highest bidder. This ensures George that he's got a room full of serious bidders.
I'm almost ready to start. We're going to start in about 2 minutes, okay?
As the anticipation mounts, let's see who George picks as the key bidders.
Right. James Bond, a restaurant owner up on Thayer Street, terrific bidder. Knows auctions, knows property, has money. Dr. Louis, I think he's a contender. He came from out of state with his entire family to bid at the auction. That's a good sign. Bill, he's a local investor, a flipper. Hopefully, he's not our high bidder. Rick, the guy with the Bentley, he's the one guy at the auction I know could buy that property on his black American Express card. I think I might have blown it with him, though. Hey, where are you going? Hey, wait. Now, Lance, he inherited several properties in the neighborhood. I'm not sure if he's here to buy or just ensure that property values stay high in the neighborhood.
We want to make sure it goes for a lot.
Right. Okay, folks, gather around. We're going to start the auction. Can I get an opening bid where? 300 would you give and go? I got the 300 now. At 3.5, where you go? At 3.5, where you go? 3.5. Can I take that? I'm done at 300. Where's 3.5? One time. Thank you, sir. Now 3.5 and 4. At 400 now. You'll find out. We're not there yet. 400 go. At 400. Thank you, sir. At 400 one time. Twice. Now 425. 425. Let me stay in my 25s. Initials.
LM.
LM. 425. I can't slow down yet. 425. Would you go? We're going to get it. 425. I got it. At 450 now. My bid is 425. I'm selling one time at 425. Twice at 425. How about 450? We're still not at my minimum. At 450 where? Thank you. It's about time. 455, 460. Thank you, sir. Now 465. Now 465. It's only money. Oh yeah, make the call. 65. 465. Where? Go ahead. No, you take your time. Anybody else needs some time to think it over. I'm selling at 460 twice. Now 5. Can I get 5? Sandy, what was that? Yeah, 465. Now 465. We're still at the minimum. LR, now 470. Where you go? At 465 once. Who else wants to get involved? I'm selling once, twice at 465. Go 470. Lance, if you hit me at 500, and we'll call it a day. 470. 470.
Where are we at now?
465. Let me stay in fives.
470.
470 is bid. 475,000 one time. Lance, 480. Jump in there. I want it. I need it. Thank you for the bid. Now 480 is bid. Hang in there, Lance. Don't go anywhere. My bid is 480 once. Now 485 where? I have $480,000 bid. Where you go? 485. At 485. 486, Lance? 1,000. Go for 1,000. 486 I have. And 7. At 487. Now 8. Now we got some numbers. Only 1,000 now. See? 488. Where you go? It's 487. 488. At 488. Where you go? 488,000. 488,000. Last chance. Bid that number. 488,000. Come on, Lance. I'm not selling.
Back in Providence, the Congdon house started pretty low at $300,000. But the wine was flowing and George had a great audience, a room full of players. And we were rapidly approaching the $500,000 reserve. But George got stuck at 488.
Come on, folks. Last chance at 488,000. My bid is 487. Go 488. Last chance. I'm not selling at 488. $488. 505. 505 is bid. He knows value. It's still a super deal. The guy comes to all my auctions. He knows how to bid and buy. At 505 one time. Now L-Bite, 6,000. 506 I have. At 506, now 7. Finally, I'm going to be able to eat tonight. Thank you. 508. At 508 now. $509. Anybody need a minute to think it over? Anybody else want to get involved? Glad you started me off. Now's the time to come back in at 509. Still at fill it lot mate. Attaboy. 510,000. Sit back. GM at 510. Keep going, guys. Hey, wait a minute.
Okay, there's an altercation in the back of the room.
510. Now 515. Now 515. Don't. Hey. We can't have that. Somebody, Ryan, stop that back there. Time out. Time out.
George quickly recovered from his $488,000 slump, and the bidding price shot well over the $500,000 reserve. But at 510, things got a little ugly.
Dr. Louis accused next-door neighbor Lance of bidding against him with no intention to buy. A dangerous gamble that could cost Lance his $25,000 deposit.
Time out. Time out. Let me check with my seller. Carl, would you come here? And Grace, let me just ask you one question. Folks, it is now an absolute sale. I want these, wait a minute, I gotta move back now. See, this is what always happens. If I'm smart, I come down. 5'10". At 5'10", now 5'15". At 5'10", now, how about 5'11", I'm sorry. You are my guy, and I'm staying with you at 5'11". At 5'11", I have. Now 5'12". At 5'12". 5'12", thank you. She's getting paid, too. That extra 5 she just got me. 5'12", 5, now 5'13". 5'13" I have. Those numbers I can do. 5'14" to go. I have 5'13" one time, twice at 5'13", now 5'14". LM, come on in, babe. Forget who's living here. You can own it. You want to control this neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood. Thing wants to move. 520 is... Attaboy. 520 is bid. Last chance, I'm going to sell it once. 21. 521 is bid. I'm going to sell it now. 521,000. 522, do you want to go? I'm selling at 521,000. But it's your chance right here on the east side. It's not much over what we... Is everybody satisfied? I'm selling now at 521,000. Okay. Let me know, because I don't want to yell that S word before I'm supposed to. I know he wants me to go. All right. Georgie, come on in for me, kid. Third and final call. Once. Last chance. Third and final call. Sold. Dr. Louie. Congratulations.
The final selling price, $521,000. The winner, Dr. Louie.
Thank God it's sold. That's what I feel.
Ooh, wow. What an excellent vintage. Berkeley Co. 75, no.
Such a nice guy.
The right guy.
Dang, George! That was a great auction, and you might just have well saved Grace and Carl's marriage. That must have made you feel good, yeah?
I mean, obviously we feel great about selling, but two people like Carl and Grace, getting rid of that one home, putting them into a new home they can enjoy, I think we can all agree it's a great thing.
And for something completely different, here's what's coming up next week on The Block. On the other side of the tracks in Fall River, Massachusetts, a neglected apartment building is in desperate need of a new owner.
Wow. Come on up. This is tough. Narrow hallways, writing on the wall. I mean, even to try to fix this up, it's going to be a challenge. Oh, look at what we got here. I gotta get out of here. All we need is one good bidder.